Welcome everyone. In today's video, I wanted to talk about some Solana airdrops that you can position yourself for. So with the recent hype around Solana, with the price spiking recently, and Jupiter Aggregator announcing an airdrop in the future, there's a lot of buzz around Solana, and I just wanted to talk about some airdrops that you could potentially get. Now, before I get into the main part of the video, I just wanted to talk about the Pyth airdrop, just in case that you haven't been keeping up to date with what's going on in the crypto Twitter space. Pyth, which is an oracle that mainly functions on Solana, they've done an airdrop, and if you've been a user of DeFi, not only on Solana, but other chains like EVM-based chains or Cosmos that have used Pyth as an oracle, you have the potential to be actually airdrop some tokens. So if you go to this page, I'll leave a link in the description down below to their Twitter, as well as the airdrop.pyth.network site, where you can check out whether or not you can actually claim an airdrop. And one last thing before we get started, shout out to Zero to Tom on Twitter. Go give him a follow. He gave me the inspiration for this video. Now that that's over with, I wanted to talk about the first protocol that you could potentially get an airdrop for, and this is Zeta Markets. So they've confirmed this airdrop. What you'll need to do is actually start trading on the exchange. So they have what's known as Z-score. So this is essentially just points, right? And if we just go to the documents here, so every dollar in taker volume that you do, you increase your Z-score by 1. And so they're doing this in seasons as well. And so I think it like resets every season. We're in season 2 right now. And if you're also good at trading as well, they'll just give you like a multiplier for how many Z-score points that you actually have. So if you're like the best trader on Zeta Markets, they'll double your points, and then that will slowly get knocked down. As you can see here, the 100th best trader gets like a 1.01 multiplier to their Z-score. So this is a taker volume. So if you're using limit orders, that's not going to increase your Z-score. You have to be using market orders in order to actually increase your Z-score. So Zeta Markets is just a perpetual futures DEX. As you can see here, it's a pretty standard layout. You have Solana, Bitcoin, ETH, Aptos, ARB, and Pyth here that you can trade. Currently right now, between the dates of the 20th of November and 24th of November, you can double your Z-score, well, double the amount of Z-score points that you get by trading Pyth. One thing that I will have to say about Zeta right now is that the liquidity just isn't there. As you can see here, the books are quite a bit thinner than some of the other popular perpetual futures dexes out there. And so the next airdrops I wanted to talk about is MarginFi. So again, this is another confirmed airdrop that you can get. So if you're familiar with like Aave or Compound, MarginFi is similar. MarginFi is like very similar to like Solend that we have here on Solana too. So it's a money market. You can deposit assets and then borrow against it. And what they've got set up here is a point system. So every dollar that you lend in MarginFi earns you 1 point. So if you put in $10,000, you're getting 10,000 points. And every dollar that you borrow, you get 4 points. Let me just mention quickly, so this is a daily thing, right? So if you put in $10,000 to lend, you get 10,000 points every day. But if you're borrowing $10,000, you're going to get 40,000 points a day. So that's it for MarginFi. The next airdrop I wanted to talk about is Sujiko Trade. So this is effectively NFT perp, but on Solana. So you're able to trade NFT perpetual futures. If you just go on this website, like Sujiko recently suffered an exploit, so there isn't that large amount of people actually trading on Sujiko right now. As you can see here, the open interest is small, and so is the 24-hour volume. So whilst they have confirmed an airdrop, I haven't seen anywhere where they've particularly given any sort of criteria for getting that airdrop. So I'm just going to assume doing trades, putting in volume and generating fees is probably going to be what determines any sort of airdrop that you're getting. The next potential airdrop I wanted to talk about is Drift. So they haven't confirmed an airdrop for Drift, but it's the premier perpetual futures DEX here on Solana. It's like the equivalent of dYdX, but on Solana. And so they don't have a token yet. And I expect they'll probably have a token in the future at some point. It's been about a year and a half since they've started, and so I think at some point in the future they probably will drop a token. So similar to what we see with like Zeta markets earlier on in the video. Basically, the amount of volume that you put in and the amount of fees that you've generated have some sort of correlation of how much airdrop that you actually receive. Additionally, if we just go over here to earn, so you can use Drift like a money market as well, so you can lend and borrow here too. So if you didn't want to do any trading, you could potentially do this to get yourself in runnings for an airdrop. Additionally, they have insurance fund staking, so you can deposit USDC, Sol, ETH, Bitcoin, and some other tokens in here as well, and that will get you yield. And I think Drift will almost certainly reward you for doing this because it is risky. Drift has lost money from the insurance fund before, like a significant amount. And the last airdrop I wanted to talk about today is Tensor Trade. So Tensor is basically Blur for Solana. So you're able to trade NFTs here. It's probably the best NFT marketplace on Solana right now. So it aggregates all of the different NFT marketplaces on Solana. So this is the pro mode, so you can chart NFTs, and you're able to do some interesting things as well, like sweep the floor or buy all of the NFTs within a certain price range, you know, that sort of thing. So if that's something that you're interested in and you really like Solana NFTs, then go ahead and start trading on Tensor. Tensor has a similar system to Blur in terms of like how you earn points. So depending on how many points you get depends on how large of an airdrop that you will receive. So you earn points by bidding, listing, and market making different NFTs on the platform. So the more you do that, the more points that you'll receive. Now, I wouldn't go crazy with this. If you've recently seen, there's a big Blur farmer, I think probably the guy with the most points. He spent like $15 million doing all of that Blur farming, and he only got like $2 million worth of airdrop back. So it wasn't really worth it for him. So if you just wanted to start trading Solana NFTs, this is the place to go because you'll get rewarded for doing it as well. So that was it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for more videos like this one.